Don't throw out your Amazon gift bags. If you're like me, you've acquired a bunch of these over the years. You can see that I have stacks and stacks of them. So instead of throwing them out, I came up with a few creative solutions to use these bags, including this wine holder. So if you notice that a gift bag is flat, well, I made mine square, and now you can hold a bottle of wine in it fairly easily. This project we'll start with is very easy to do. We'll go on to make a tote bag and then some fun Christmas things like a Christmas stocking and a Christmas hat. So if you're interested in that, why don't you come along and I'll show you how to do it. I've cleared the deck so that we can look at these Amazon gift bags a little closer, and I can show you some of the differences in the types of bags that they make. The first is the fabric. This fabric is single layer and pretty stiff, and the other fabric they use is this double layer, the sheer outline with a lining. This one has no lining. So those are the major differences that I've seen in the fabric. The other big difference is the way they do the bottoms. Now, this one that I made the wine bottle out of, you can see has an actual bottom that's going to be really simple to turn into a holder. This type doesn't have a squared out bottom, so this is going to be great for a Christmas stocking or other projects like that. Let's go ahead and start with the wine bottle holder or the flat bottom gift bag. I'm going to use this gray color for my next wine bottle holder because I already have a purple and I want a little bit of variety. You can see that this one does have the required bottom, and let me show you on the inside of this one what the basic plan is so that you can get an idea of what we'll be doing next. I've turned the completed bag and the incomplete one inside out so that you can see the next steps. This is the incomplete bag. It already has that triangle formed, but all we need to do here is to make a straight stitch across the bottom like this one. And in order to do that, you need to come in here and really try to straighten that out. And then once you think you have it really straightened and that corner is solid, take some clips and go ahead and clip that together on both sides. What you want to do too is double check to make sure that they are the same length. So that looks pretty good. And I'll go ahead and clip this as well. And then take it over to the sewing machine and sew it right across the bottom. Make sure to tack your ends. So let's go ahead and do that next. We're ready to sew the corner. I've pressed this down as much as I could with my fingers to make it flat. When you're sewing, make sure you don't go past this corner right here because you'll get a little bit of a pucker there. So we're just going to line it up. My needle is in the center and I'm going to line up the fabric just about there. Make sure you do a little back tap and then sew right across. Once you have the triangle sewn down to make your corners, the next step is to make your sides. Make sure that your sides are even. So you can fold it down like this and draw a chalk line from the tip of your corner to the top of your bag and make sure that these lines are parallel so that you get a straight line, and go ahead and chalk that out. You do this on all four sides, and then the next step is to take that line and with your fingers just press it and clip it. And then what we're gonna do is, after we do that to all 4 sides, we're going to sew again about 1/4 inch away, all the way up and down. I start at the top and sew a bit, and then back tap, and then just sew all the way down. I've sewn all 4 sides of our gift bag, and the last step is to press it so that the corners and the sides are nice and square. Okay, and then once I complete that, I'll turn it right side out and press those sides so that they're nice and crisp. I finished pressing the edges of the Amazon gift bag wine holder, and I am done with this project. You can add a few more varieties to this if you want to put handles on, or if you want to decorate the front. And if you want to know how to do that, let's move on to our next project, which will be the tote bag. I found this, this is the biggest Amazon gift bag that I have, so I intend to turn it into a tote bag with a handle. The first steps to make a tote bag will be very similar to this bag here, so I'll go ahead and do that offline and come back and put on those handles. All right, back in a flash. I changed my mind. So I actually sewed up this tote like the wine bottle, and it just looked too boxy to me, and it would be hard to slip under your arm. So I unpicked all of the sides, and I think all we need to do is leave that rectangular form at the bottom and then go on and put the handles on. So for the handles, I just picked apart another one of these gray and green bags, and I am going to cut that in half and use them for the straps of the tote bag. The recommended width of the strap is 1 inch. So what I'm going to do is make sure these are in 4-inch widths, because you need to fold them over and then fold them over again like bias tape. And then the recommended length to go over your shoulder is between 20 and 22 inches. And I will have plenty of, I think this is 36 inches, so that should be plenty long. What I'm going to do is actually overlap it like this and really sew it in there so I know this strap isn't going to fall off. So that's what we're going to do next. I cut this piece 4 inches wide and about 36 inches long. I'm then folding it in half and ironing all the way across, and then folding it in half again, just like bias tape, and pressing it all the way down. Remember to back tap and then sew all the way down your strap around the corner and down the other ways. Okay, the straps are done. Just sewed a line all the way around the rectangle. So this is a really solid strap. Now the next part is to sew the strap onto the bag. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to line it up with this corner here. I already have a line, and I'm going to put it right above the strap here so that we can still use that strap. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and pin that in, and then do a rectangle right here and across so that that's really sturdy. And the other end will go in right there. The handles are attached. You can see I crisscross. This was actually pretty hard to do, to maneuver this in the machine, but this is going to be nice and sturdy, and you can still use these ties to tie your bag tightly. We finished the tote bag. This bag will be great for the beach because it's a good size, and also this material feels like it would be waterproof. That was an easy project. You can obviously embellish the tote bag. You can make the straps longer, and you can put a pocket in front, which I plan to do in a future video, but I wanted to keep it basic today. The next thing we're going to do is to have some fun and maybe make a Christmas stocking or a Christmas hat, or both. Let's do that next. All right, thanks. Nothing says holiday like a holiday hat, and I am here to make one in about 10 minutes out of an Amazon gift bag. This one is perfect because it fits on my head. It's a little loose, but I think it's going to be fine. So what I'm going to do is turn it inside out And most hats are cone shaped for, well, most holiday hats that I've seen are cone shaped. So I'm gonna go ahead and trace out a cone on the back of this pattern and sew it up. And then I have some great fuzzy trim for the brim and some pom-poms for the top. Here we go. The bag is inside out, and what I'm going to do now is find the middle point at the top, right about there. Just double check that. Then I'm going to go ahead and draw a triangle from the top to just about here. I want to keep this for the rim. Before I cut off the corners, I am going to sew it down. That'll save me from needing to use pins. All right, I sewed down my chalk lines, and the next step is to just go ahead and cut it off. Let's see if it works. Okay, I have to try this on. What do you think? Yeah, I'm not quite sure either. I think what I need to do is put on the trim. That might make it a little more festive. I cut a strip of the trim, and I think it's gonna go perfect right on top of the ribbon. It feels so soft, it's gonna look pretty cool. Then I will definitely add a pom-pom on the top, and I might even add 3 more down the middle. This was fun. I should have done this one first. I could have worn it the whole video. I actually used the strings on the side, the ribbons on the side to tighten it because it is a little loose, but I think it turned out pretty good for a holiday hat made out of a gift bag. I have one more project to do before this video gets too long, and that is to turn this gift bag into a stocking. Okay, here's the bag turned inside out, and I am going to try to use as much at the top as possible, but first, I think I want to figure out what my toe is going to look like. So I have this curved ruler. You can also freehand this. And I am going to see how much of it I can fit right like that. And I'm going to go ahead and trace it with my chalk. I'll just come up here. All right, so that's going to be a good toe for the stocking. And then all I need to do, I'll keep this line here so I can keep that straight line. And I feel like this needs to be at a bit of an angle. So I'll come in here a bit like that, and then just go ahead and shoot up. We're going to sew over the ribbon tunnel right there. So what I've done is I pulled out the ribbon as far as possible, and we're going to use that to make the loop for the stocking to hang on. I forgot to hit record before I started cutting my stocking apart, so you'll just have to pretend that I have scissors and I'm going all along here, and then you have your perfect stocking. So let's turn it right side out. Clip those corners, of course, so that the edges are smooth. And then you have a very cute little Christmas stocking with a little loop to hang on your chimney. Well, there you have it, 4 different Amazon gift bag projects, including this hat, the stocking, the wine holder, and the tote bag. I had a lot of fun doing these projects. I hope you enjoyed watching them and are inspired to make some of your own gift bag projects. I think I might have to do another video though, because I still have a ton of gift bags left, and I might have to do something more extravagant, like a party skirt or something like that. Maybe a tree skirt. I'm gonna have to think about that. If you guys have any ideas of what I can do with these, any creative projects, I'd love to try them out. Thanks for stopping by. Talk to you later.